When thinking about one's values, many different thoughts can appear. Liberalism is the ideology that an individual's equality comes before the law. Many people in the world have liberal views and can be interpreted in different ways. The dictionary definition of liberalism is a political or social philosophy advocating the freedom of an individual, primarily in systems of government. And this represents a general view of what liberalism represents to the public, which is a political meaning rather than a philosophical one. The article definition would be liberalism, a term employed in a dizzying variety of ways in political thought and social science. That is from the journal sagepub.com. And the social definition for liberalism is the word liberal first took its political meaning. For centuries, it had what scholars have called pre-political meanings, such as generous, tolerant, or suitable to one of noble or superior status, as in quote-unquote liberal arts and quote-unquote liberal education. This is from the Atlantic. Different definitions exist for a multitude of contexts it can come with. It also is because of the formalities that come with each audience it's speaking to. The definition that holds more power and are the widely known ones. In this case, liberalism is associated with democratic beliefs due to politics of the United States. The difference between the definitions is some connect to liberalism to politics, while some view it as morals or philosophy. The most useful definitions, in my perspective, are the social definition, due to it being less about politics and more about the real meaning behind the word. I think the most harmful definition in the dictionary is the dictionary one, because liberalism can be many things, but I feel this puts the word into a political box, so to speak. Liberalism, especially during these times with an election approaching, affects America's daily life. Just the other day, the presidential debate was airing, where one side was showing more liberal ideology while the other was showing more conservative. This demonstrates power because it makes the country realize whoever we elect is dictating the morals of the United States and how the rest of the world views us. The system seeps into communication and interaction by the complex literature used in liberalism. The mannerisms are professional and polite. There are some evidence that liberal politicians use more complex language than conservative politicians. That was a quote from the journal .plos.org. Comparing liberalism to conservatism, many articles have shown the different approaches through communication and interactions between the two. The system throughout time has displayed the same beliefs and morals that it does today. Some ideologies have evolved over time, such as questioning the founding fathers' values. This is a quote from the goodman.institute.org. Classical liberalism was a political philosophy of the founding fathers. It permits the Constitution, the Federalist Papers, and many other documents produced by the people who created the American system of government. I think certain change has occurred simply because of the country always evolving and making society more accepting. To create a world with freedom and peace, liberalism typically supports the right to abortions, which opposing views can see as harmful. Uprisings that occur with liberalism can be an argument that liberals don't value the economy. Liberals are not to help the rich but benefit the less wealthy. The general understanding of liberalism throughout the world, country, and even San Francisco are the values of individual rights, gender equality, racial equality, democracy, and support of free markets. The current acts of protest are for Black Lives Matter movement. Many protests have been created to bring racial justice to the world. The importance of understanding the system is for the morals and ideology that come with it, the equality and the right of a country being deprived from them. I've personally grown up with the values aligned with liberalism. I've experienced racism towards kids in school, same bullying of the LGBTQ community. I've grown up with the family members not seeing eye to eye with the government views. Liberalism is not a two-sided system. It's a system showing the importance of accepting people and supporting people in the world who don't have the resources to create a better life for themselves.